Well, so far the new drop shot bait's working out. It's Dalton, everybody. I started pouring drop shot baits, and I've been catching them on it, kind of just slowly moving it along. I'm finding some of these fish are out off of these rocky areas here. They're out a little farther than I thought they would be. I thought they'd be a lot closer to the rocks. I'm actually catching them quite a ways out from them, and that's what's nice about things like a drop shot. You can kind of milk an area, find some of these little fatties, and catch them. The one I poured here is a white silver, and I just take the tail and just kind of put a little chartreuse on it with a pin. Let's see if I can get some more. So earlier this morning, you know, I got a few bites on a topwater. It wasn't really a whole lot, so I didn't throw it that much because I wasn't getting very many bites. But I picked up a few bites on it's called a Berkeley Jaywalker. I think it's a size 120, about a 5-inch walking topwater bait. Did pretty good with that.
Yeah, I know Doug Rice was out last Sunday and just,
there he is.
Just wiped him out on the topwater. You monster.
Little spot on the topwater. You know, one of the most fun things about making my own baits is, you know, it's rewarding to catch fish with them. I mean, that's a little one. I don't care. You know, it's just a lot of fun to come out here and just, you know, be able to see that you know, the baits that I'm making, the work that I put into them, they're working really good. I started out this morning, like I say, with the topwater crankbait. Didn't get anything on a crankbait, and I decided to go with the drop shot. Now, let me explain something real quick. My wife and I both, we had drop shot for so many years. It was almost the only thing we threw for a long time. I guess we just kind of got burned out with it, and so I haven't thrown a drop shot near as much as I should, especially in the summertime. The summertime is a great time to throw a drop shot out here. Sometimes these spotted bass get out deeper, and it's just a really good way to get down to them. So in order to overcome my burnout with drop shotting, I decided to start pouring my own drop shot baits, and I want to show you one of them. This one here, by the way, it's the first day I used them. I just got the stuff to pour these a few days ago, but it's about a 3.5-inch drop shot bait. It has a flat bottom, and I tell you what, I got a ton of bites on this thing today. Drop shot catch all kinds of stuff, including these crappie. There was something nipping at this thing out there, and I couldn't figure out what it was. And so the color I did is just sort of a white with a pearl coat and some silver. And then what I did, I'll show you real quick, show you the one I set up. I would take one of these spike-it markers, and chartreuse, of course, is the main color I use out here. But I would take and I would just go ahead and just color the very bottom of that tail. And I use 2 weight sizes. Again, I've been asked about why I use a swivel on the bottom of my drop shot. Well, in short, it makes it very, very easy to change weights. I don't have to cut into my leader, and so what I do is I just get these little cheap swivels. I started out with an 1/8 ounce this morning, then the wind kicked up, so I bumped up to a 1/4 ounce, and that worked out really good. And then now the wind's back down, so I'm back to an 1/8 ounce. But that's pretty much my setup, anywhere from 12 to 18 inches. And I'm using a size, or actually a 1/0 Gamakatsu drop shot hook, and I nose hook my baits. So, you know, I lost a few of these today because some of the smaller bass, they'll come up and just pull it right off. But 1/0 nose hooked, I just think nose hooking works a lot better. The bait is a lot more, it just has a lot more action that way. So it was a good drop shot bait this morning, or drop shot bite. And I just use a medium action spinning rod. My retrieve today was pretty simple. I would cast it out. I would go ahead and I want to maintain bottom contact with that weight the entire time. So I would just shake my rod tip, twitching that slack, and that drop shot bait has a really cool action, and it just goes like this. And what I would do is I would shake it in an area, I'd pick my rod tip up, move it 2 to 3 feet, let it hit the bottom, shake that area for maybe 8 or 10 seconds, pick it up, move it. And what I'm trying to do, because the water out here is pretty clear, I'm trying to bring the bass to the drop shot rather than the drop shot to the bass. I don't know if that makes sense, but I'm not trying to drag it around and trying to find them. This is clear water. I can see some of them in the graph. I can see there's bait in the area. So by leaving it in one place for a few seconds and just shaking it, a lot of times they will see it from a long ways away and they'll come right to it. And that's how I was catching them today. Well, I hope this video helps. I am going to be talking more about drop shotting and some other things I do with a drop shot, but I want to share with you guys, the baits I'm making. And if you guys want any of these, I have been asked, am I willing to sell some of my baits? Absolutely, I already have to a number of people. So my contact information is down below, but if you want any drop shot baits, I've got a number of colors that I do, and it's a lot of fun. Well, I appreciate you guys. I'm going to bring my wife out here again, hopefully soon. And I'm going to keep fishing out here for a while. I'm enjoying that morning topwater bite, and I'm going to get myself back on a drop shot again as well. Thanks for tuning in. I'll talk to you next time.